and the most miserable man on the planet. Hey, this is working for crap. Bad words have been said over and over. Screamed, actually. Today, I'm in the Woodyard. It's a messy, muddy day. The frost is out of the ground. It's been raining and snowing off and on. My truck and trailer are on the gravel that I have, but I need to get to this wood. Somebody wants a full coat of this oak. This is the last of my oak. So I made myself a wood road to get here. Let's see what happens. Well, as you can see, this is working for crap. What I need to do is to run the boards horizontally this way and basically make a plank road. Because when I try to run them vertically this way, they just shoot out and I can't keep it straight. So I just went and got my chainsaw, one of my saws. I'm gonna cut some of these 8-footers down into 4-foot chunks, and I'm gonna run them horizontally all the way back there. I got it. It's normally I would say forget it, I'll do it a different day, but I have to get this done because I have 4 deliveries to do in the next 2 days, and I'm leaving to go beaver trapping with my brother. So I got to get these deliveries done because I'll be gone for 2 weeks probably. So what fun it is to ride an open sleigh. Oh my gosh, this is supposed to be spring. Terrible, terrible. Bad words have been said over and over. Screamed, actually. I'm gonna get back to work. The most miserable man on the planet. Soaking wet on the inside, soaking wet on the outside, full of mud, can hardly walk. But I got it done. The road to nowhere has been built. It's not fun out here today. Many bad words have been said loudly, and it did not help the construction project, but it made me feel better. Look at the mud. It's just it's bad. Okay, I'm gonna back up now finally and load this. I'm kind of on the board, sort of. Guess that's good enough. Time to start loading. Oh, this is fun. I was wrong before. I was not the most miserable man on the planet before. I am now the most miserable man on the planet. I'm soaking wet, inside, outside, right down to the thong. I got my road built. As you can see, I'm almost off the road. The mud is getting ridiculous. And I got the wood tore apart from there. It's in the trailer, so we're gonna go down the road. I'm gonna go park this in the parking lot, and I'm gonna leave it there because I got another delivery to do first with a face cord in the truck. I'm gonna get that delivered, then come back and pick this up and then take this one. So not fun. So I got the truck loaded. I didn't even turn the camera on because it started raining real hard, but now it's snowing again. I can't decide what to do. And so I got that loaded. Over here is the load of oak that I did into the trailer that I pulled away, and I got a call from the guy that this is supposed to be going to, and he says, hey, could you bring it a different day? And I said, yes, that would be great. So I'm just going to park it here, and I'll probably take it to him in a couple days once it dries up a little bit. He said actually it could be in a couple weeks would be fine. So I may end up just dumping this on the blacktop and leaving it sit here to dry out and then reloading it to take it to him, because I've got other deliveries I'm going to have to do for people that want mixed hardwood, and this is all oak. So the fun continues. Work on top of work. Today is a very unprofitable day, but that's the way it is sometimes. So we're gonna go deliver this load right now. So much fun we're having. So here we are once again, folks. The festivities continue. I went and I delivered my load of wood. Forgot to turn the camera on. It's gone, as you can see. I did deliver it, so it is gone. And I just backed up the truck, hooked up the trailer, because what I'm gonna do next is I have to actually dump this wood off. I'm going to dump it onto the parking lot here so it's on the blacktop, because it's crappy today. Tomorrow it's supposed to snow a little in the morning, but then it's supposed to be in the 50s for the next like 4 or 5 days. And the guy that wants this wood, that ordered this, he doesn't want me to bring it because he doesn't want me to drive. I have to go off his driveway, around the side of his garage, and then stack it on a cement pad that he's got. And he said, yeah, I think it would tear it up really bad. He said, can you just come another day? I said, absolutely. I said, I'd almost rather do that. And the reason I got to dump it off, I can't just leave it sit here, is that I've got a delivery tomorrow morning for different kind of wood. I got a guy that wants a face cord of maple and a face cord of pine. So this is all oak and it's a full cord. So I'm going to dump it off. Then I'm going to back up the trailer over here to where I've got some maple and I've got some pine over there. I'm going to throw that into the trailer, and then I'm going to park the trailer once again, and then more fun is going to happen. I need to drive over to where I've been cutting on the property where I cut yesterday, the cherry that I cut up. I left one of my cameras sitting there. I got home last night and I realized I only had one camera because I have 2 GoPros now. I have this one that you're seeing right here, and the other one I left in the woods. And it's snowing and raining, and I'm going to need it coming up the next couple of days. So I'm going to go get a load of wood in the truck and pick up the camera and then come back. So all around fun. Nothing but fun, fun, fun. So I'm going to dump this right now. So as you can see, I backed up right onto these stringers I put down here because this is really muddy too, and I knew I would be sinking in. So I put these down just to avoid getting stuck really bad again. So you can see I just put them down under the tires there. I don't care if they get broke up, no big deal. And the wood I got to get to is right back here. So this pile right here and that pile there. So I only got to throw it just a little ways, so it won't be too bad. The wood was there and there. Now it's over there. Look at the fun that I am having today. That's what happens when your skids kind of get pushed out in front of you there. I had to put it in four-wheel drive because it was just spinning when I first took off. But yeah, I tried to put these down so I wouldn't tear it up too bad, but there's just not much you can do when it's this sloppy, because the frost is out and the ground, it's wet from being snowing and raining all day today, and it's just a sloppy mess. Fun. So now I'm gonna go park the trailer and I'm gonna throw a tarp over this so it stays a little bit dry, but there it is. It's a face coat of mostly maple and oak and a face coat of pine. That's what the guy wants. I'm gonna go park this and then that's gonna get delivered tomorrow morning. And right now I'm gonna disconnect it and then we're gonna go down the road. I'm gonna go pick up a load of wood and pick up my other camera. The trailer is disconnected. It is locked. I threw some tarps over the top of this to keep this wood dry because that's going first thing in the morning. And I want to keep it as dry as possible. I'm going to go down the road now and we're going to go collect a camera and a truckload of wood. So, fun day. I'm on my second change of clothes today. My second thong is soaking wet. Whew. See if we can get another one wet. So I just pulled up to the scene of yesterday's carnage. Here's all the cherry trees that I cut up yesterday. There's a whole bunch of them laying around here. And as soon as I got out of the truck, I could see right over here at this stump where I left my GoPro. Right there it is, laying in the rain and snow and slush. But it's no big deal because it is a GoPro, it's waterproof. I don't think anything happened to it other than it got left out here. So I'm gonna put it away into the truck so it can dry off, and we're gonna test it in a little while. But right now I'm gonna load up some wood into the truck before I go home. There we go, it's trucking time. There it is. A load of wood is in the truck. This is the fourth pair of soaking wet gloves that I've created today because it's been either raining, misting, or snowing It's 32 degrees, so it's just messy, messy, messy. There it is, cherries in. Go down the road. We're gonna toss this off when we get back to the woodyard. Down the road we go. So I just pulled into the woodyard and I backed up here. And as you can see, I'm in the mud already. I can't go much farther because it's going to turn to super soup over there. I'm right on the edge of the gravel right here. So it's pretty nasty bad right now. Everything around here is just soaking wet, slop. Just many bad words have been said over the last few minutes because I'm having camera problems. So I'm going to unload the wood right over here because right over here is where the cherry is, where it's going to stay. And so all the pieces that aren't quite stacked yet, a lot of this needs to be cleaned up, but I'm just going to throw it right off to the side because I'm going to split it here and just chuck it that way and it'll be stacked over there. So chucking's happening. There it is, wood on the ground. So I emptied the truck out, and what is here is a little more than a half of a full cord, and I sell a full cord for $360. So this is over $180 worth of wood. I'm thinking it's probably more like $200 because it's a little bit more because I had it heaping, and that means $200. And I was just figuring while I was unloading, I spent about a half hour cutting it up. I spent about maybe a half hour there and back, half hour to load it, and then a half hour to unload it. So I got about 3 hours into it, and it'll take me about a half hour to split it and say about a half hour to deliver it. So I'm looking at about 4 hours total time, $200 worth of wood, so that's 50 bucks an hour. So there you go, wood. Now while I was unloading it, I had a guy that stopped that has a tree service, and he wanted to know if I was interested in some free wood. Well, of course I am. He said they're going to be doing a lot of jobs around here for the city, and they've got tons of ash trees. He said hundreds that they're going to be cutting down, and he wanted to know if I was interested. I said, yes, I am. But I said I didn't want any junk. I don't want any big, huge pieces that can't lift or pieces that are all just, big crotches. I said it's got to be decent wood because I said I can't take wood and make money on it if I have to spend all day playing with a big chunk of wood. It's got to be decent stuff. He said, oh, I understand. So I told him I'd take ash, I'd take maple, I'd take hickory, I would take oak, I would take maple. I said, those 5, I said, no problem. He says, good deal. He told me he could dump it right in here. So when I get back in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing some beaver trapping with my brother. This might be full of wood. We'll see. He said he would let me know. So I gave him my card. I got his card. So we're going to find out what happens. So that was the excitement for today. I made a contact with a tree service, and I'm going to be shooting some videos for him. That'll be cool. So he said they got a crane, they got guys that do climbing, they have a couple crews of guys, so it's a bigger company. I've heard of them before, so I should be able to do some pretty cool stuff. That'll be neat for you guys to see too. So that is it for today, folks. You know what to do. Poke the buttons, hit them all, hit the like, subscribe, share. I'll be back tomorrow in the woodyard. You should come back too. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. Good night, Irene.